This is a demonstration of Adobe Brackets. I'm using the latest version, which I think is like 1.6 or so. The first thing I want to show you is how to open your site root folder, your main folder in Brackets. Now I've already gone about and created a folder that I called My Robot Site. Inside of it I have an images folder, I have a folder with the source files, which is basically the page text, and a text file of the color palette I want to use in this project. And I also have a folder of mockups and red lines for the website that I want to create. So the first thing you want to do is open this folder. This is going to give you access to all the files that you have, and you can do that by File, Open Folder. There's a keyboard shortcut. You can also do it directly from the Brackets left pane using the little button on top to open folder. Whichever one you do, it's the same exact effect. I'm going to go to My Robot Site, which is on my flash drive. And the thing to remember here is that you want to open your main folder, the one that holds everything else. So in this case, that's my main My Robot Site folder. And when I open it, I'll now have access to everything that I have created in that folder right here on my left. It'll also assume when I create a new file that it's supposed to be in this folder. So that'll become the main site folder or the root folder for everything you're creating in Brackets. You'll see that I can just expand the various panels here. And if I click on an image, it'll preview right in Brackets for me. And when you hover over the image, you'll get a little cursor indicating your X and Y position so you can figure out your relative position in the image. All of my images here will preview like that. I can also preview my source files folder just by clicking on it once. This doesn't actually open the folder, it just previews it in your main working pane. Same with page text. Now I can't preview PDFs. If I try, it'll just tell me that it can't open the file. But PNGs, JPEGs, normal web formats, and text files are no problem at all to preview in Brackets. I'm going to close those panels now. So the first thing I want to do is make a new file. File, New. And notice this opens up and there's no particular appearance in it. If I start typing in code, I won't get any code hints because it's just a dummy file right now. Until I save it and give it a file extension, Brackets doesn't even know what to hint to me. So I'll choose File, Save As. You can also use the keyboard shortcut Command-Shift-S. Again, it will default to being in your site that you opened, the folder that you opened. I'm going to call this one index.html. I'm going to save it in my main folder. Now, I want to create another file. So I like working in my files in a split view. So from the top of the left pane, I'm going to choose vertical split. I'm going to click in my right side, and I'll make a new file. I'm again going to save as. I use the keyboard shortcut this time, Command-Shift-S. And I'm going to name this one main.css. So I want to save this in a subfolder, so I'll click the New Folder button on the lower left-hand corner of this panel. And I'm going to name this folder CSS. Mac will automatically put me inside of that folder, and then I'm going to save main CSS here. This way, if I have multiple CSS files, it's really pretty easy to keep them all in that folder, keep them nice and organized. I'm a big fan of having a nice folder structure. I right-clicked on the left pane and chose Refresh File Tree so that I could actually see my new files that I've made. So then that's how you define your main root folder in Brackets and how you create new files.